Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We are February 27th. Lots of things are happening, so we will cover many different things, news, not so much news, and mysteries of all kinds. I think it's going to be a very cool and inspiring episode. Sophie, how are you, and are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
I love it. And of course, join us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern when we release a brand new episode for the 5D News series. And tonight we'll begin with the Earth and the stars. And I have a question from Tones Freeman from the community. So if you'd like also to add your own questions to our list of questions, you can make your suggestions in the community. And I do take a lot of them. So feel free to join. It's a free community with an amazing soul tribe over there. So question from the community. I don't know if you've covered it yet, but can you do a reading on the fog that has been happening around the world? Was it natural, and what's the purpose of this? And also, I spoke with Sol recently on the phone, and she said like they were having also this weird thick fog in Australia. So I believe it was also in many other countries. So can we ask Sophie, like well, first of all, is it natural? And then we'll ask why it's happening.
So is it the fog that is happening right now?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have like particular dates, but it seems to be happening now.
Okay. Because we did cover a fog that happened a month or so.
No. Okay, it's now, and I think it's been a couple of days also that it's been.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Let's see. No, it's not natural. So we do have the card of the star, the card of the fear, and the card of the throat chakra. So it's exactly that. It's to impact your ability to speak up, and it's to impact also your mental health. It's not natural at all.
Okay, is it somehow connected to the chemtrails? And I have here a post, a declaration from Trump where he says he declares war against chemtrails. So first question, is it somehow connected to the chemtrails, this big fog that we have in many countries?
So the dead card would say no, but the rest of the card are indicating of something darker. So we have 3 of Wands, 3 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and 8 of Pentacles, and the Star. It's very weird because what I'm getting from those cards, it's like it's very much connected to the chemtrail in a sense, but it's like they just bombarded everybody with all of their stuff at once. So very weird energy there.
Yeah, this is kind of a lot of people on X were kind of putting out the theory about like it was like maybe like the residue or everything they had left, like they put it all together.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is interesting. Okay. Okay. Can we ask like why do they feel like it's the end of that let's say agenda? Is that why like they're spraying like a huge quantity of that, let's say, toxic stuff in the skies?
Well, in the oracle we had the card of the star, and in the tarot card we had the card of the star, which was the only card positive, and we had it in both. So I think that with those, it says that yes, they're thinking that it's going to become tougher, or if not impossible, for them to do that anymore. And that they needed to do something to basically while they were still in power.
Okay, and that makes sense also with this post. So let's ask the questions. Will he succeed in eliminating those toxic trails in the sky?
Oof, we have a lot of cards, but basically it says that this is part of something bigger. So to be able to completely remove the chemtrail, we will have to remove something way bigger. It's part of something that is just so big. So I think that at this point, it's not saying yes or no, but we do have someone that is looking into it and that it's serious enough that I'm seeing that the opposite,
Fine.
yeah, they're shaking in their boots. So really positive so far. The rest is up to free will, but it's strong enough to make them scared.
Wow. And I read like one of the article and it said that like they kind of transformed this whole operation. It was like government funded before, I believe, and now they made it private so they could continue spraying those stuff. So it's going to be more difficult for a governmental organization, let's say, to end that. And we had the matrix card, so it's like it's connected to this whole dark web. So but like I think there's some positive in saying that at least there's an intention to look there, as you said, and they certainly feel the pressure.
Oh yeah, and this person has access to it. We had the King of Swords, so this person has access to the information. So I think it's just part of something bigger, and I think it's just part of the whole people who have the food industry and people who have the big pharma industry, and this needs to be destroyed, everything and renewed. So
Yeah, it's big. Okay, next question. We have an upcoming Venus retrograde this week. So on Saturday, March 1st, Venus will turn retrograde until April 12th. So that happens every 2 years, let's just say, a little bit less than that, but just to give you the broad perspective of that. And Venus is connected to money, to relationships, to love, and also to this self-worth concept. So I want to ask two questions about what's going to happen with that Venus retrograde. First of all, I'd like to ask the cards what will be coming up for the world's finances with that upcoming Venus retrograde, because Venus rules money. So let's start with the financial situation globally. What will this Venus retrograde bring?
I feel that the globally part of the question could be a little bit too big for the cards. We can try.
Okay, but let's ask, like, will there be like major financial shifts with that Venus retrograde, which is also happening within eclipse season?
It's too big for the cards. We have tons of different energies, but the two that I'm seeing that are together, we can see that it says fake and we have cycle completion. So there is a big purge of the financial system that is going to happen. But we do have the card fake, and we had that previously also when asking something similar. So I feel like we're going to have a crisis that is going to be fake in to purge what is there, almost like giving a chemo treatment to the to the society. So we're getting rid of corruption in a sense.
Okay, and can we have like more information on that event, or like that thing, that fake thing, which false flag event?
It talks about two main countries together, one that is more rich than the other, and they're talking about this alliances between the two of them, and they're talking about one that is going to undergo some kind of big transformation that are going to be financially difficult. And this is something that is kind of a karma debt that needs to be repaid. And it talks about, kind of a not a recession, but a depression kind of. And we have recharging right after. So it's a big purge. I feel like it's a sacrifice. It says that this plan is slightly dangerous because it's fake, but it's to purge the negative. And we do see again those two countries together. So they're going to support each other. And it's interesting because we have boundaries.
Can it be okay? I'm having like lots of information coming through my mind. Could it be connected to the tariffs that Trump wants to put on Canada? Because like at first he was implementing them for beginning of February, but then he said, oh, we'll give a month, let's say, delay on that tariff. So everybody thought like he was going to back down with that concept because of the fentanyl problem in Canada and blah, blah, blah. And the illegal immigrants too. But then a few days ago, he said, no, I'm really going forward with the tariffs. So for sure, it's going to harm like financially Canada. But like also, I'm imagining that it can get rid of some form of corruption in order to finalize an alliance for the future. But people are, of course, are seeing it like really negatively, especially in Canada. Could that be the case?
Yeah, it's not revealing what it is. We have the mask. It says it's going to be revealed in due time, but it's going to crash and burn.
Okay. let's leave the public on that, but let's see if my theory is going to be let's say verified in the coming weeks and days. And okay, last question on that Venus retrograde. What is coming up for us on a personal level? The people watching, what kind of transformation of Venusian stuff is coming up for this collective?
Oh my God, this is okay. This is big. So I have lots of cards, but the awakening is the very first card. So there's a big awakening. We had the year of the snake, so I'm not seeing that just negatively. It's the year of the snake, the transformation, the shedding of the skin. So an awakening, and it says passive. We have the crown, we have fresh start, mirroring, and tribe, and we have manipulation. So I think that we're going to step. I know you said love, but on a personal level, there is also something collective. We're going to want to be more authentic, and we're going to less identify with the big cities. I don't know. This is what I have. We're going to less identify with the big cities, less identify with the kind of it's like the big cities are going to be less popular because of this transit where we're going to want to find more authenticity, more tribe. We're going to recognize more value. I think there's a transformation in the workforce that is coming because of it.
More peace. Well, also like Trump and the Dodge department wants to bring back all the federal employees in the US to go back to the office, and they give like an ultimatum. So like also in the US, that could lead to a lot of people, let's say, what's the word? Deciding to leave their job because let's say they want peace, they want to be at home, they want to be away from the cities. So maybe that will start also this movement.
Wow. Yeah. So it's more about how you recognize your value and how you go for what is important for you than, let's say, romantic love. But I think it will show in every area of your life. But we're seeing that people doesn't recognize themselves in the big cities anymore.
Yeah. And I'm sure also it talks about toxicity, like we had the snake, removing some form of toxicity from our lives, or some kind of energy drains. Also, Venus rules resources. It rules, your energy, your money, your love. And regarding that, we have a brand new announcement to make. We are launching this amazing new pre-recorded personalized meditation that is now available for you guys. So Elena is offering that, and this is called Unblock Yourself in 21 Days. So she's offering a personalized guided meditation, which you will receive, that's really specifically engineered toward what you need to work on, what you want to work on. Especially we have this Venus retrograde, we're going to have Mercury retrograde all within the month of March. And plus we have 2 eclipses and the spring equinox, so the start of the new astrological year. So we have like lots of energies that are wanting to propel us forward. But first they're saying like, let's look back at what's holding you back. So with Elena, we decided to put this new offer together. And I think it's so creative, and I think it's going to be really popular because you can decide, and there's like a little box to write what you'd like to work on. So it could be, let's say, letting go of lack of self-confidence, letting go of anxiety, of stress, of any particular blockage in a situation that you're experiencing right now. And Elena is going to send you her personalized guided meditation so you can do it for 21 days to reprogram your beliefs, your thoughts, your energetic field to the frequency of your future self that you'd like to embody. So I think it's going to be super powerful, especially with the retrogrades, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, the eclipses, and with the upcoming new year, astrological new year, to have a fresh new start, to unblock yourself and unblock any kind of situation. So if you feel guided to embark on that beautiful healing journey, please look in the description box. I'll put the link down below. And don't forget to enter healing. That will be your discount code to get 10% off this beautiful personalized meditation. And you will receive a private video where you can watch and rewatch and redo this meditation in the comfort of your home, of course, when you have time. And I think this is going to be such a powerful practice. I can't wait to receive mine. And thank you, Elena, for providing like such beautiful meditations for this community. All right. So moving forward to our next category. And while I look at my next category, if you do appreciate this content, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps us into producing some more original content like this one. And we, of course, appreciate all of your support. And thank you for subscribing to our channel. And we will move ahead with this big category. Lots and lots happening there. And let's begin here with the Pope. And by now, maybe it's already, let's say, crystallized. We don't know. He's not doing so well. They announced just before we were recording this episode that he had like not a lot of time left in front of him. So let's ask the card first. Is it a real passing on to the other side? Or has it already happened? Is it like something that they're trying to control as far as timeline? Is it like really going to happen? And is this a real passing over? Is this real? Let's ask the cards.
There's a part that says yes, but there's a part where they're trying to bring him somewhere else. Yeah. So second row.
That's weird. I don't even know where to go after this bomb you just dropped.
I will get the second row. We'll see. Yeah, there's a choice. Yeah. Okay. So
go ahead.
I think they're trying to negotiate to bring him to somewhere where his body can be restored and not bring back necessarily. I don't know what they want to do. Yeah, it says bring back to life. Okay. Yeah. So I think they're trying to negotiate some kind of taking him to somewhere where he's going to be healed, maybe med beds, maybe off-world, maybe other kind of civilization. I do see that it's not going to be possible because they're waiting on an answer and his health is going down.
Okay. And okay, crazy question here. Is it possible that he's not human and he's just like using a physical vessel that's about to expire, and now they want to bring him back to his original container, physical container.
No, he's really human.
Okay.
And Italian? Is it Italian?
No. Isn't he? What's the country?
We have Rome anyway, so we know that.
Well, Vatican is in Italy, but no, he's not.
Okay.
I'll search
it's
that.
Probably just because of the Vatican that we have Rome. I don't have the card of the Vatican, and we do have a monk, so they did a pretty good job of saying that this is the Pope.
He's from Argentina.
Yeah, okay. And it says born yesterday, so he is a human.
Okay. Okay. Well, that is really weird. Is he the last Pope of the Catholic Church as we know it?
Just like that, this big question.
Well, okay. You want me to give some fluff to the question? Okay, so maybe you can explain it better than I do, but let me start, and if I forget anything, please add.
Yeah.
So there was a psychic named Saint Malachi that made a prophecy, and he listed all the names of the popes that were going to be at the head of the Catholic Church, and the last one, I believe, was this one. Is that correct?
Yeah. So Saint Malachi, we are not sure about who he was exactly, or there's a lot of different theories. We know all about this, but there's a lot of different theories about his true identity, who was he and everything. But apparently far back in history, he wrote in some kind of trance. He had visions. And he wrote the Saint Malachi prophecy. If you don't know anything about this, it's super interesting, and there's tons of documentaries on the topic. And he wrote each name with a quote or something describing each pope. And so far, everything fits. Everything fits. But the last one is the one that we have right now, and it says that after this one it's Judgment Day. So
okay, first question then are they trying to bring him off planet in order to avoid Judgment Day?
Oh my god, that could be. Okay, let's see. I didn't think about this, but yeah. Okay. Winter, this is frozen in time. I always use this card for frozen in time. So trying to froze his body. Devil in disguise. I would think it would be a yes. We have born yesterday again. We have flowers, and we have the revenge of the creature. Yeah. They're trying to. Yes. And we have Dr. X, which is the card of when somebody refused to go to the doctor because it would be that the doctors are extremely limited in what they can do. I take a lot of cards just because the story it's so interesting, but we have the curse. So I do believe that they're trying to bring him off or to not have the curse of the Judgment Day.
This is wild. Okay, and now let's ask, is he the last pope of the Catholic Church?
If he dies?
Because there is a theory about someone replacing him, which is, I believe, Pietro Parolin. So let's just say, is he the last pope of the Catholic Church as we know it?
Okay. The cards are even weirder and weirder. It says that he is the last human pope.
This is weird. Okay. Interesting. And what
we have Judgment Day, by the way. It's right in the middle. We have the card of justice. So we do have Judgment Day. And in between, the card of Judgment Day is in between the mask and the devil in disguise. So, I mean,
Yeah, so I believe like the mask will be removed and people are gonna know the real story about them.
They're going to know because we have Oz.
They're gonna see the real Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but it's the last human pope.
Okay. So so there's gonna be a next one from what the cards are saying. And what is the next one? What is he gonna be about, this next off-worlder pope?
I have so many chills. Write down if you have also chills right now. I have so many chills. Do you have chills, Julie?
No, I'm just in shock.
You have to keep your head straight because you're the one asking the questions.
I'm trying to stay in my brain and I'm like, what is going on?
Okay, so you're asking about the next one. What is it going to be about?
Yeah.
Okay.
This next weirdo.
They're all weird.
Of course. I love when you make that face. Like, we know something's wild is going to come out of your mouth.
I don't get it at all. So let me use your brain.
Okay.
And prepare for it, because if it was just dark, but this is weird, just weird.
This is
the
weird.
next pope. What is he about?
What is he about? Okay.
We're not done with the weird part. Lover come back and divine love, soulmate, divine love, desire.
Okay, you see, like, is it a positive entity? Like the next one, is it a positive?
Oh, that could be. We're so used to darker stuff. That could be.
Yeah. Well, this is what
Queen of Cups. The Lovers reverse. 5 of Swords reverse. 10 of Pentacles. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah.
Well, to try to rewrite like all the wrongs of the church will be a big task. But hey, it seems like there are going to be, let's say, valuing divine connections, divine love, soulmate.
For sure. Yes.
Okay, is the church moving forward with that new pope? Are they going to change their narrative around marriage?
Well, I just want to say something before we go into this, because we have Ace of Swords and we have 10 of Pentacles. So yes, this talks about the Bank of Vatican being under review, that's for sure. But it talks also about, we have the DNA with this one, that's funny. It talks also about, I think it's bringing the feminine back into the church.
Oh, that's it. That's it, because you have the Queen of Cups and then like all the divine union counterparts. Okay, are they going to accept that Mary Magdalene was in divine union with Jesus? Are they going to reveal something about her?
The Devil. There's going to be a lot of people against it.
Okay. Imagining.
8 of Pentacles. It's going to be a hard work to do it. And we have the World and 9 of Pentacles. I think this new Pope is going to slowly have to redo the history and bring a lot of new information to the surface. I have so many chills. It's not stopping. It's only on one side, so I know it's the right kind of chills. It says that basically this person is going to reveal a lot of information. And under review, yes, like I said, the bank, yes, but under review also the DNA of the lineage, and under review also the legacy of the church, how it has been done in a wrong way.
This is huge. Maybe we will do a deep dive on that. Who knows? Well, okay. Next question. I found this post and this lady here on on X, and she's saying First, the Aga Khan, now the Pope Francis. Why are global religious leaders crashing out? It's all connected to what's happening in Kenya spiritually. So I listened to that video, and basically I'm paraphrasing here, but she's saying that Kenya is a portal, a very important portal to, I'm guessing, off-world. And she said that is the seat of all important world organizations and world religions, because they have built altars in Kenya to secure their power. But it's like she said that it's not something you can pass on after this last pope or this last other religious leader that she's talking about. So she's saying that they use Kenya, the portal of Kenya, to secure their power, to bring in powerful negative principalities. So, and she says also in the video that those places are being uprooted because it's the return of the Christ consciousness and they cannot rebuild them in the new frequency. So let's just ask, first of all, is this true that Kenya is a portal and that world organization and religion have used it to secure their power?
Touch of evil, guidance, parasites, trouble, unconquered. It's a yes.
Okay.
It's a big yes.
It's a big yes. Wow. And like, I'm having chills now. And she said that like, as like the frequency of the earth is being unbound, I want to say, and like is rising. She said like they can no longer use this portal. So can we ask like, what's this portal all about in Kenya?
Purge. Okay, yeah, they cannot use it anymore. Stuck and purge, they can no longer use it. I know you asked a different question, but it's
yeah.
What
the
I
cards
have.
have their own way to answer.
Yeah, so it's just telling me why we cannot use it anymore. It says that people are waking up slowly and are breaking free from their slavery and breaking free from a ton of this word that apparently we cannot say.
Okay. And will we be able to use it to benefit, let's say, our highest good in the world? Collective high consciousness.
There is still going to be a war. We see that they're still trying to bring it back. So there is, and this year we have the snake again. So this is the year, this year. There is going to be a freedom. Whenever I'm having this card, it's like pouring water. So this is the purge. This is the happiness. So I'm seeing that there is going to be a war on who is going to have the power and the awakening in the middle. So it's not something that you and I know how to use this portal. So that's why we have this energy of more passive, but there's still going to be a war on if we're able to work on the vibration of the collective. It's not going to be usable. And if we don't, we're going to go with lower frequency. They're going to be able to use it. So maybe another meditation to free that space.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We're coming with fresh new ideas for meditations. And I think this one is going to be part of it too.
As you say that.
Wow. This is beautiful. And like, it really fits with the Kenya. I love it. Okay. Next question. So there was like this really funny video about Macron and Trump not aligning so much on Ukraine issues. So Trump is saying that Europe was loaning the money to Ukraine and that they're going to get their money back. But Macron is like, no, in fact, not really. Anyways, so all of that to say, and here on, let's say the title of this show was war in Ukraine could end within weeks. So will the war in Ukraine end soon? Because they're already talking about like what's next and like what soldiers are going to stay in place and what about like all the money that was spent over there. So I'm guessing that it's already in the works.
It's not done yet.
Okay.
So we do have abundance, unexpected abundance. So I think that they receive a lot of money and they didn't see that coming. That is Ukraine.
Yep.
And we have the card of revelation. So I think that because we have now probably Trump looking into those things, people are more afraid of big revelation coming with what has been done with all of that money and what is being done currently and why we have this war. Also, we have Dark Night of the Soul and we have the card of talent, purpose, and skill. So this is the purpose for me. So it says, why have we went through this hell and back? What it was the purpose of this? I don't think it's finished. I don't think it's finished because they're trying to hide what happened. So they need to, we have trouble, we have charm, which is kind of a trying to use or influence to hide something. We have parasite. So with this, it's more like going back and hiding everything. So and creating maybe false documents and creating false information. So we're able, if anybody will look into this, like to say, no, we created a school with billions and this and this. So yeah, but it is going to end, but they need a little bit more time to just like hide everything.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Also with eclipses, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde within the eclipse season. So it's not yet about moving forward. It's about like focusing on the past, and that makes sense. Like forging new documents and all that stuff. That makes sense.
And using the charm.
Yeah.
Because we have Venus retrograde. So I think it's going to be maybe a kind of people trying to win influence, diplomacy, and stuff like that too. Yeah.
It's all about the show. All right. Next question. I have something from a community member. Leanne is asking, I don't normally watch the news, but she's saying this evening there are reports that there are Chinese warships off the Australian coast, and that is a gift from the Chinese people to Australian Parliament. And apparently they have surveillance devices in them. So, okay. And here in this article, they're saying, here's why Chinese warships are near Australia and New Zealand. So first of all, is it true what they're saying, the official version that they're saying that those Chinese warships are a gift from the Chinese to Australian Parliament and surveillance devices in them? Is it true? And what is China's intentions with those warships?
Okay. The first question is the official version is that it's gifts and there is devices too.
Yeah. Well, let's just ask, what are they doing there?
Okay.
Maybe it's going to be easier. What's the truth?
Oh, it's deep surveillance. Look at this. It's deep surveillance.
And Jaws too.
It's in the water.
Okay.
So they're not there to be friendly, that's for sure. And here we have fake and we have the TV. So it's all there's a front of why they're there, but it's not real. It says it's money and power. And we have night and day. So it's completely different from the original version.
Yeah.
And it says that they're probably there to just implement more security and more in a bad way and more surveillance.
So what's the plan? What's the agenda behind this move? Is it to bring some kind of Chinese surveillance state to Australia and New Zealand?
Yeah, it's to be able to react very quickly if there's anything that happens. So it's just basically being able to, I don't know how it works, but to be able to just press a button and just say kaboom, basically.
Kaboom to what?
The country or the place or whatever. I think they're placing like, the way that they're showing me with those cards, it's just, they're making sure that they have access to every location I don't know what they're doing. I'm not a specialist of this. Are they getting the location? Are they able to, do they need to trace anything? Or is it like they need to have an access to a place to put something? I don't know. But the intent is to be able to react really quickly with having access to just pressing a button and saying like, boom, you don't exist anymore.
But okay, why Australia? Why is it happening in Australia? Is it because of a location? Is it because of the people? Is it because of like agreements within countries? What's happening in Australia?
Yeah, it says karmic partner. We have union there. So I think that basically what I see is that they're doing this for almost everywhere, but they start with certain location where they have possible conflict, either in the past or that we don't know about, but they're starting with places that could be a potential of conflict.
Okay. Well,
it's like the cheval de Troie.
Yes.
How do you say that?
Troy something.
Trojan horse.
Trojan horse. Wow, good. Trojan horse. Yes, definitely. Okay. I have other categories, but maybe we'll go to health and body, and then we come back if we have some time to other topics. Okay, so I have a good one for you guys, and I know you guys love health topics. So I've heard like so many people thinking like it's like such a easy and good solution to microdose mushrooms. And I found this like really mainstream article from the Globe and Mail saying the new tonic for stressed out moms, microdosing mushrooms. So whenever something is out in the mainstream, I'm questioning everything. And even before that, I was questioning that. So let's ask the cards, like, what's the effect on the body? Is it good or bad to microdose mushrooms to get rid of stress?
So far, it's good. So far. Okay, there is a bad side of it, but there is a very good side of it. Okay. So it does the trick with your stress. It does the trick. You feel so better afterwards. Okay. That's not coming from me.
But yeah, Xanax too. Like, I'm sure it works.
I don't know.
But, like, it seems like there might be less negative side effects than, let's say, something chemical like Xanax.
I'm guessing, but in the same time, some people are really sensitive and others are not. So
yeah.
Okay, so we have the enabler, the devil in disguise, and the mask. So that means that in the same time, you're not actually doing the work on looking at where's your off balance. You're depending on something external. It does the trick when you're taking it if your body responds to it correctly. You're not allergic. You're not super sensitive, but you're not actually doing the work of asking yourself where's the problem? How can I switch that? How can I take control over this?
Yeah, because like your body is sending you signals because you need to address the root cause. And maybe it's like you have poor boundaries. Maybe it's like you have addictions, blah, blah, blah. And like you need to look at it more than put a plaster on it, right?
So okay. The snake is the shedding of his skin. We're removing something to be rebirthed. But when you're taking a medication, instead you're putting glitter on it, just like this one. You're putting your symptoms in disguise. You're not making them go away. You're just hiding them.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes, like, not judging, sometimes maybe some people need to do that in specific situations, but just keep in mind that in the long term, this is not a solution. You need to address like what's the root cause of the issue. Okay. And I feel like it's the huge, let's say, lessons collectively that we're learning, especially with the eclipses in Pisces and Virgo that we are beginning in the month of March. And the nodes, yeah, with the eclipses, the nodes are also there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's how I'm not an astrologer.
But yeah, totally right. The nodes are there. So, okay, I have come across this post, and the guy here is talking about how peanuts have a lot of copper in them, and they say lots of also important nutrients such as zinc also. And he says, sorry, that it's really beneficial, the peanuts and like the copper and the zinc, to protect us against cell phones, I'm guessing EMF, to protect us against 5G and all that stuff. And he says here in that video that also they injected us with substances that made us allegedly allergic to peanuts for a reason.
Not just that, but I heard a lot about peanuts. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of like mold, and there's a lot of things in the peanuts that are like, my naturopath doesn't want me to eat any. So
well, yeah, that can be like such of a controversy, because here he's referring a book of some kind of, let's say, health expert of some kind, well, alternative side, that said that mold is good actually for the body, but we've been injected with so many chemicals that made us react to it. But it's a natural process, such like mushrooms, all that stuff. So
okay,
yeah, there are different theories there.
Sure.
And for sure, like with, let's say, we've undergone like so many transformation with like everything that we've taken before. So maybe our bodies are not equipped to get those products and nutrients to digest them. But let's ask the cards. First of all, is it true that peanuts have a lot of copper and that it's beneficial to protect us against cell phone EMFs, waves, like that type of waves? They're beneficial for the body in general.
Very limited effect, and it can turn sour really quickly. So I think this is the chemicals. There's more chemicals in them. So I don't know what they're doing to peanuts. It's a very limited effect. If I split the deck, it says that the where they come from is very important.
Okay. Let's ask, like, if we had the best peanuts available, let's say no pesticides, no chemicals, like, are they beneficial to the body and can they help protect against EMFs?
Yes. And there is copper in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay. And is it true that a lot of the injections were designed to make us allergic to peanuts?
Listen, I don't know anything about those things. But I love to read your comments because you know way more. It says that yes, it is true. And the effect is that what we have in the body creates something, I'm assuming, creates something, I'm not going to name it, creates something that when you eat that kind of things that has a kind of nutriment, it merge with it, and it makes it impossible to either deliver this effect that we are aiming for. So it's almost like an enzyme of some kind that is just removing the good, the good that we can have from certain nutriments.
Okay. I'm sure it's going to make sense. Let us know in the comments, because last time we had lots of people that knew what they were talking about a lot more than us, and that made a lot of sense. But Sophie, you were right on point. Reading the comments, I was like, yeah, good job. So, and thank you guys for also commenting. That really helps us in understanding what we're talking about here. Okay, I have a question from Joy in the community, and I've been wondering the same thing. So let's go for the smart rings. So she's saying smart rings that measure one's vital signs, then reports the data to a third party. She's curious about who might use this information sent to a third party. Where does this information go? What is the information used for? So the medical information coming and the vital signs coming from the smart rings, what is it being used for, this information? And who is it being sent to, if we can know?
It says off-world for a part. It says off-world for a part of it. So it helps, before they had to take us off of the planet to do those kind of research, and now they have access to it. So a part of it is sent off-world, but there's a lot of part of it that is also just connected to big pharma. Instead of doing a lot of studies, they can have that kind of data. So I don't know why it would be useful, but that's something that is showing up right there. And it's interesting because, again, we talked about it in the last show. If you haven't seen the last show, go and watch it, because we did a lot of health. So we have those two cards. Okay, I'm just going to start with this one. It says the men. We have the big pharma. It talks about how, with the research mainly done on men only, I would say, because it's recent that we include women data. It's to heal both It's to create products to heal both the genders, and it's almost like they do the same thing with the data of the ring. They threw out the data from the woman because of the hormones, because of the cycles. They don't know how to deal with this, so they're only taking the male part of it to create the products that they want to create.
But is this possible that they're using this data to see like how fertile the people are? No,
they're really, really bad with a woman.
Really? But if it's going off-world, I'm thinking that they should have more knowledge about that. No.
The woman, the only woman that is depicted, well, we have this one right there. We have this one right there. And this one is basically saying that they don't understand a woman. They just don't. Off-world, let's ask your question about the off-world. It says that we're extremely different down here.
Down to earth.
that's extremely different.
Yeah. Maybe because like we're one of the only planets where there's like a mix of 22, 23, I don't know, different DNAs that were merged together. This is why like the DNA is so valuable. Okay. And is there some kind of danger in wearing those rings apart from getting your data sent off world? Like, is there any ill side effect to wearing a smart ring?
Yes, they're saying nerve degeneration, and they're saying that it can also create some inflammation in the brain. It's not good.
Okay, well, okay, I'm happy I don't have one. So that's that. Okay, next question. We have a little bit of time left. I'm trying to fit as many questions as I can. So we'll go back to finances briefly. I have come across this news where it says Apple goes MAGA. And it says here in the article that, I believe it's Tim Cook here. Yes. Tim Cook, CEO of Apple. He says Apple plans on reinvesting its manufacturers in the US. So reinvesting to get all the manufacturing parts within the US. And that is huge because this is like an immense amount of dinero, of dollars that are being brought back to the economy of the US. So I want to know what will be the result of this for the economy of the US.
It's almost like they're showing me that it's not going to happen.
Really?
I think that they left because of a reason, because we have no return. The card of no return. We have train wreck. We have sabotage. And we have fear and throat chakra. So I think that they are fearing for unions. They're fearing for the payments of the workers.
Because for sure it's going to cost them more, because like here in the article, it's saying that a lot of the manufacturing operations are in Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's probably because of the tariffs that they don't want to pay.
Yes.
Okay.
But could there be that there is also like more parts to bring from outside? I don't know. But so far it's not set in stone, because there will be more conversation about this and how to make it work with the prices. They're going to have to go up. Are we okay with this? Are they going down? I don't know.
Okay. So let's touch base on that subject in the future. I'm guessing it's going to change. And Venus Mercury retrograde, Mercury rules also parts, electronics, Venus prices, agreements. So I'm guessing like for this 40-day period, lots will change. Okay. So another news item here. This is called, apparently, and yes, this is very creepy. This is called the proto-clone. And this is apparently a new robot that was kind of inspired by Westworld, I'm guessing. And it's from a company called Clone Robotics. And it's saying that apparently it's for household chores. Yeah, we've heard that before.
Yeah.
So, and it's gone viral apparently. So it says in the title, how long before this thing is roaming around exterminating people? So let's ask the cards, what is the true agenda behind the creation of that creepy robot? Like, I feel like we're in the future asking about crazy stuff straight out of a movie, but no, like this is our reality now.
Okay, so it says that it was created with that intent in mind of just doing chores, but the very first card is regret. So yeah, it's not good. And we have the devil energy of the obsession. It says that they tried to get rid of this project, but I think it was bought by some other places, other entities, to be able to rule over this project. So I think that they have discovered, yeah, it says they had discovered that it's touch of evil. When I split a deck, they have discovered that this is not a good idea, and that it has a mind of their own. So some other company is buying it to be able to use it.
Okay, well, that's not really reassuring, but let's hope this whole dystopian AI agenda is brought back to a better direction. Okay, maybe one last. We have the time. I have a question, a really good one from Patrick in the community. And he says, I recently heard someone say starseeds are meant to plant themselves on Earth and grow, raising the frequency on Earth. So starseeds are meant to plant themselves on Earth and grow, raising the frequency on Earth. He says, that's sounding very interesting, so it got me curious. Is that true that starseeds are meant to plant themselves on Earth and grow? Let's start with
Plant in the sense of?
Plant their root chakra. I don't know. Like create some form of connection with the earth, I'm guessing.
It makes me think about, I have a minute, I will do a joke. It makes me think about the meme online that is a starseed calling back their ship, because they're like, get me out of here. Rescue me from this planet. I'm supposed to help.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, I think this is the early stages of understanding your starseeds, but then maybe you at some point you understand that like you're meant to be here and to ground yourself, and you have to play the game to be in the matrix, one foot in, 1 foot out, and still to understand, play the game, but like do whatever you have to do.
Is it working for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. like you still have to understand that you're in a hologram and an illusion, but yeah. I think it's part of the mission too, but let's see what the cards have to say.
Okay. Okay. Question was,
is it true that star seeds are meant to plant themselves on Earth and grow? If so, what can the cards tell us?
They're meant to be. No, no. We have release and farewell at the end. No. It says
temporarily.
Yeah, temporary. It says self-worth, inspire people, and devotion. So the star seeds are meant to be raising the vibration, yes, but they're going away after. They don't have to have children, but if they want to, this is just another contract that you can take as a soul, as a soul that is coming from off-world. And it says that you're only here to work on raising the vibration one way or another, and you're free to go after.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah. But how, like, what can the cards tell us in order to give us, like, say, some guidance in order to feel more at home or to play the game better while we're here, because like we're here temporarily?
It says 10 of Wands reversed and the Emperor amongst other cards. So it says basically you're not here to do the work for others. You're here to maintain and to restore and to create structure. So you're not here. You're here to inspire. You're not here to do the work for others. So just realizing that, because I have a starseed of a sister and I know that she has struggled with this also, you need to realize as a starseed that you're not here to do all of the work for everybody else. You need to, like I said, inspire, take care of yourself, and at the end of the day, realize that if the person doesn't want to evolve, they don't want to evolve.
Wow. Yes. This is a lesson that I'm currently embracing, trying to understand. Thank you so much, Sophie. And if you'd like to get even more amazing guidance from this one, you can book your one-on-one consultation with either Sophie or Sol. And don't forget Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next personal reading. And also we have other types of reading on the website. So we have the live ones, so the tarot reading and the past lives reading. Don't forget your code for those. And also we have 2 pre-recorded reading, which are 30-minute long, sent to you via email by a private video link. So you can watch and rewatch your own reading. We have the love reading, and also we have the 2025 predictions, which is still time to get because we still have the new astrological year coming up, so it's still time. Yeah, if you'd like to get your own guidance, eclipse season is often the time where we're at a crossroads. We're having really important fated changes happening in our lives, and oftentimes we need some more guidance, validation. So this is the perfect time to do so. Thank you so much, Sophie. Amazing episode. I'm still like in shock and surprised by a lot of answers. So I'll go watch this one again. Let us know if you enjoyed this episode in the comments, if you have anything to add. And of course, do make sure you hit the like button if you did enjoy this episode, and make sure you are subscribed to our channels. We are simulcasting on YouTube, Rumble, and it really helps us grow into expanding our channel if you are supporting this channel and our other one on Rumble. So thank you so much, guys. Sending you much, much love. Have a beautiful rest of your week. Thank you, Sophie, and we'll see you very soon.